Whitney Purvis is heartbroken, and now, she's furious. The former 16 and pregnant star is claiming that she was banned from her own son's funeral, and she says it wasn't a mistake, it was intentional. Whitney's 16-year-old son, Weston Gosa Jr., passed away on 2 June from what was described as natural causes. He suffered from a range of serious medical conditions, including type 1 diabetes, Addison's disease, and alpha-1 antitrypsin deficiency. But while the loss was already devastating, Whitney says what happened next made it even worse. According to her, she was given the wrong time for the funeral by her ex, Weston Gosa Sr. She claims she was told the funeral would begin at 4:00 p.m., but when she showed up, the service had already ended. And it didn't end there. She says she was not even allowed inside the venue when she arrived. In a lengthy and emotional Facebook post, Whitney explained, "I wasn't allowed to say goodbye to my baby. I wasn't on the guest list. None of my friends or family were." She claims the funeral was treated like a private event with a guest list, and her name wasn't on it. That meant even those who came with her, people who had helped raise Weston Jr., were also shut out of saying goodbye. But Weston Sr. tells a very different story. He says he personally informed Whitney that the visitation would be from 2 to 4 p.m., with the funeral beginning immediately after. He also says that her name was on the guest list, and he even shared a screenshot of the list to prove it. In his statement to the press, Weston Sr. said, "She showed up at 5:10 p.m., well after the service had ended. Her name was on the list. Her own mother and uncle were there on time and attended everything. So who's telling the truth?" Whitney insists she was misled and deliberately excluded. Weston Sr. insists the opposite, saying she was just late and missed the entire thing. But that's not the only accusation flying. Whitney is also questioning how her son's health was handled before his death. She claims that Weston Jr. wasn't receiving the medical care he needed. According to her, he didn't have access to a continuous glucose monitor, wasn't covered by insurance, and wasn't being properly supported in his day-to-day life. She even went as far as accusing Weston Sr. of prioritizing cars and life insurance policies over their son's critical needs. She posted online, "You had time to buy trucks and buy life insurance. You had time for everything except making sure he had what he needed medically." The situation is painful, emotional, and deeply messy. And with both sides accusing each other, the public doesn't know who to believe. What we do know is this: Weston Gosa Jr. died far too young. And instead of grieving together, his parents are now locked in a very public feud, with no signs of resolution. As of now, Whitney says she has not received any portion of her son's ashes. She's reportedly exploring her legal options and says she's considering speaking with a lawyer. Meanwhile, Weston Sr. stands by his account, saying that he did everything by the book. An autopsy is being conducted, and the official cause of death is still pending. This story is still unfolding, and if there are any developments, we'll be the first to cover them. So if you want real-time updates on this heartbreaking case and more celebrity news, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Because this is more than a headline. It's a family in crisis, a mother mourning, and a battle over what really happened during the final goodbye. Stay tuned.